There are many ways to record and play back audio from the digital mixer. Timestamps are in the description if you're looking for a specific way. USB-A. To record, ensure that your USB does not have any data on it. Then, plug the USB into the mixer and go to Home, then System, Storage, then click on Format under USB status. Once this is done, you can stereo record on the USB. To do this, go to the record page under Home and select Stereo and press the record button. The USB records the main left and right mix, including all processing and effects. Multi-track recording is not available through the USB-A port. To playback, press the Select Track button in the stereo playback section. This audio will be sent to the fader page. The USB track has the same processing and effects sense as the analog tracks. USB-B recording. This method is commonly used to multi-track a session or a show. You will need to use a DAW to do this. First, head to the config page and select the USB/SD tab. You can decide to record the EQ, compression, or any other effects in your DAW through the source point section here. I stick to 48 kHz and ensure that the stream mode is set to multi-track. You can also decide to record the effects sense on a separate track if you want. These can be assigned in the channel assignment section in the USB/Bluetooth tab in the config page. Then, connect the mixer to your computer using a USB-B to A cable and open your DAW. Inside the DAW, create the number of channels that you want to record and select their inputs. To playback, head to the mixer's config page, then select the inputs and make them USB inputs. To play back from your computer, make sure that your DAW can send audio to individual outputs. Then, select the tracks you want to send to the mixer and go to the output section and select where you want it to go. The outputs correspond to the inputs on the mixer. For example, output 1 is input 1 on the mixer and output 12 is input 12 on the mixer. Multiple tracks can be routed to the same input as well to help condense a large number of tracks. Once you have finished, make sure to switch the inputs back to analog. SD card multitrack. This is my favorite way to record using the mixer. Simply plug in the SD card and format it. To select the tracks to record, go to Home, Record, Multitrack, and arm the tracks that you want recorded. This mixer can simultaneously record on the SD card and stream audio through the USB cable to a DAW for redundancy. Multitracks can also be recorded from the DAW to the SD card of the mixer. This can be done by connecting the mixer through the USB-B cable and setting the inputs of the mixer to be USB/SD. Then inside the DAW, set the track outputs to the mixer outs 1, 2, 3, etc. And much like a virtual soundcheck, you can mix and record the multitrack session to the mixer. To playback from the SD card, select the track and press play. The selected track can be looped under the playback mode here. Then go to config and convert all tracks from analog to SD/USB inputs. Now you should be able to hear and mix the multitrack recordings from the fader page. One tip is to set the source point of the mixer to post preamp. This will ensure that no fader changes affect the multitrack playback, which allows for better mixing later on. Inputting multitracks onto the SD card. To playback other multitracks from the SD card, input tracks into Reaper and rename them. Then go to File, Render, and follow these settings exactly. Once exported, go to the folder and rename it like this. I've tried doing this in Logic Pro, but I cannot get it to work. Using Reaper didn't work for the first time for me, so here are some things I tried to get it to work. Converting text to all caps, including the .wav file extension, and naming the folder a different number. Bluetooth track recording. The recording of the Bluetooth track is possible through using the stereo outputs. To set this up, first, configure a pair of outputs to stereo. Second, inside the channel assignment, set 17 and 18 to be stereo output that you configured. Third, head to the fader page, select the stereo output through the Send To button, and turn up only the Bluetooth fader. Now if you play something from your Bluetooth device, it will show up on channels 17 and 18 in the multitrack record page. Make sure that nothing else is sent to the stereo output you configured, as this is dedicated only to the Bluetooth track. SD card issues. While the mixer is very reliable, I've had some issues while recording large multi-track sessions on the SD card. For example, recording more than 16 tracks at the same time on the recommended SD card does not always capture the whole performance, as the writing speed of the SD card cannot keep up with the mixer. This is at 48 kHz, and I assume that at 96 kHz, the number of tracks that can be recorded will be limited even more. I have not yet tried a faster SD card with this mixer, but I suspect this will solve the issue and make the mixer more reliable. At the moment, my recommendation is to record with the USB-B port connected to a DAW for the most reliable recordings. It's somewhat of a hassle to set up and maintain, but it's the most reliable way I've been able to multi-track all 18 tracks. I hope you found this video useful. Please leave any questions in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.